tying this together with something that you just posted on Instagram, the feeling of loneliness. And I found this interesting because, again, we're in quarantine. So if you didn't feel lonely, or if you felt lonely before quarantine and you were single and searching companionship of any sort, I can only imagine what it's like if you haven't been able to get out of the house and meet people. You posted this. It used to be real hard when girls would ignore me. The worst times in my life were those nights I just wanted to have a girl like me. The loneliest nights were when I would download an app like Tinder and I had some hope that I could be connected to someone, but it made it worse because I'd open the app and I'd never get a match, ever. Man, you just don't know how dark those days were. 300 pounds, depressed, lonely. I swear I wouldn't wish that on anyone, man. And your caption is advice to young men out there. What would you say to the hopeless romantic sitting in Kansas named Keith? Because I bet he's out there.
Oh, he's out. Oh, yeah. Keith,
We'll
shout out Keith in
it.
Kansas. Keep your head up, brother. It's gonna get better for you.
Well, when I leveled up, I had a lot of fuel in my gas tank because of the pain. When something is easy, it's the shallow end of the pool. There's not much water in the shallow end. But in the deep end of the pool, I was so deep, I was so at rock bottom here that I had so much fuel inside of me ready to burn, because when I wanted to take off like a rocket, I needed a lot of fuel. There's so many things in my life that I just started and don't keep up with because it didn't mean enough to me. But that loneliness was so dark. And I spent my whole life at 300 pounds up until 28. I never had a girlfriend till I was 30 years old. I didn't know what it was like to allow somebody to love me. And when I wanted to make the change and when I walked away from my business and I was ready, I had the fuel. So I appreciated those lonely nights because it made me actually be consistent. And everybody knows me as somebody who's inconsistent because I want to do so many things. But this one, I said, no, I have enough fuel to keep going for this. And so once again, we got to look at it as I appreciate that. It was lonely. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But I also know the people who are going through it, when they decide to make that change, they're going to stick with it because we never want to go back. People don't know what it's like being overweight. And this just isn't for men. There's a lot of women out there too. And it's probably tougher on the women who are opening these apps. Yeah. And that's a really, really hard place to be. And guys, I promise you it's good on the other side. Like, if I knew I would look like this when I lost the weight, I would have done it sooner. So I wish I had just visualized more that what I would look like. And also there's a balance. There's a balance. And a mistake I made, and I actually made it on this show because I kept wanting to do crazy things to get to my goal weight. Like I always wanted a 6-pack, right? And I biked across America, and when I crossed that finish line, I didn't have a 6-pack, and I was disappointed to where I didn't celebrate that moment because my expectation to love myself was going to be at this finish line, and it wasn't. And then when I did my Ironman, I thought when I did an Ironman I would have a 6-pack, but I didn't, so I didn't truly celebrate. And so I kept thinking of these crazier things, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a Navy SEAL challenge because that's even crazier. And then I realized, Charlie, what are you doing? Why are you causing so much pain in your life to try to find love? You're creating more pain to where you're trying to do something even crazier. And then I just asked myself a simple question. I said, what's fun? And I said, you know what? I love basketball. Why don't I wake up and play every day? And when I started playing every day, and I started a basketball journey instead of this painful journey, and I started playing, I started loving myself. And now, I don't care. Like me and my boy Langford, man, we're in the at the Calvin Klein store, and there's this guy with 6-pack abs on the big poster. I said, Langford, I think I look better than him. He said, but girls want to lick his body. I said, but they want to cuddle with me.
Facts.
I'm so sexy.
I was just about to ask this. Did you ever think you would see a time where dad bods were more in than 6-pack abs? Because I think right now at this current point in time,
chicks want to smush.
They want to smush. They
like
want to
the
cuddle,
cuddles.
bro. That's it.
They like the cuddles. And I, like, when I look in the mirror now, I'm like, man, I really love myself, and it's really, really an amazing place to be. But it started when I just wanted to have fun and play and stop taking things so serious. Because when we're young, what do we want to do?
Have fun.
We want to play. Yeah. When we get older, we do two things. We work and we work out. Work. I want to play. So I just started playing as my workouts, basketball. And then the NBA asked me to play in the Celebrity All-Star game. And so I'm training for that. And I'm trying to get better every day. And I deal with problems because I'm on the tour and I'm handling tour and I'm handling business and I'm giving all this stuff away. Boom, boom, boom. And I don't have time to chase my dream, but I'm still being nice to myself. Even though I'm not progressing, I'm still delusionally optimistic.